Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We are going to begin with what could be an extraordinary setback in the race to vaccinate Americans. Tonight, the FDA and CDC have asked states to temporarily halt giving shots of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose vaccine after 6 women who got the shot developed a rare blood clotting disorder. One of the women died. The FDA says it's pausing use of the shot out of an abundance of caution while it examines any links between clots and the vaccine. It says the review will likely last just a few days. It's also worth noting that more than 7 million people have gotten the J&J vaccine, making cases of the unusual reaction less than 1 in a million. Still, tonight the announcement is alarming for those who've received the Johnson & Johnson shot and further stoking fears among those who are hesitant to get vaccinated at all. The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is joining us to answer your questions in just a moment. But first, CBS's Jericka Duncan is going to lead off our coverage tonight from New York. Good evening, Jericka.
Good evening to you, Norah. While the occurrence of these blood clots appears to be extremely rare, this pause really allows health officials to figure out what happened and also warn doctors about the symptoms. Also tonight, we're learning that Johnson & Johnson will delay its rollout in Europe.
Tonight, pressing pause. Americans are being turned away from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Some offered Pfizer or Moderna instead after the stunning announcement that 6 women developed a rare blood clot in the brain after getting the vaccine.
This is a recommendation, and it's not a mandate. It's out of an abundance of caution.
Within hours, one by one, every state followed the doctor's orders. But even with millions of doses now on hold,
the J&J vaccine makes up less than 5% of the more than 190 million recorded shots in arms in the United States to date.
The women affected also had low levels of blood platelets. Their symptoms began 6 to 13 days after they got the shot. One woman died, another is in critical condition. And there's a striking similarity. All were of childbearing age. The FDA says they do not see a link between clotting and oral contraceptives.
The women who developed this disorder, this rare disorder, were between the ages of 18 to 48. What does that tell you?
There may be something related to hormones. We just don't understand it enough yet.
Sabra Klein with Johns Hopkins studies the different ways men and women respond to vaccines.
These types of events should be a call that we need to be comparing the responses and the outcomes between men and women.
Health officials say people who have received the J&J vaccine in the last 3 weeks should look out for symptoms like shortness of breath, abdominal pain, severe headaches, and leg pain. It could be a sign of a more serious problem.
One shot and one shot only.
More than 7 million Americans have received the J&J vaccine. About 10 million more doses are circulating throughout the country. Last month, J&J suffered another blow when 15 million vaccine doses were ruined after being contaminated at a Baltimore manufacturing plant.
What are the chances that this vaccine is removed altogether?
Oh, I think that's very, very unlikely. I mean, this is a very safe and effective vaccine. The chances that we'll remove this, I think, is extraordinarily low. And I don't think it would be warranted based on the data we have.
And we're just learning that one of those 6 women is from Virginia. She died reportedly after suffering a stroke-like syndrome after receiving the J&J vaccine. Meanwhile, Pfizer says it will ramp up production and can deliver more doses than expected. Norah?
Jericka Duncan, thank you.